What's going on YouTube? Tristan Farquhar here, back with another video, and in today's one we have the start of a new season, and it is in fact Season 7, The Road to Rank Legend. So, guys, thank you very much for the support in the last season. I gained more subscribers than I thought I would for my first time on YouTube. Absolutely fantastic. Of course, I'd like to gain more now during this season. It would be fantastic. So if you guys wouldn't mind, you do enjoy today, please do hit that subscribe button down below. It's free, and you can change your mind, of course, later, and it only takes a second. So, we start off the season strong with our HYPNO against Galvantula, and we make a swap immediately into a Azumarill to catch a lunge. I knew it wasn't going to be discharge, because lunge is super effective against HYPNO. So we have the Politoed here, and it's another water type. The only thing is, I have Play Rough, and it should enable me to deal fairly significant damage despite the attack decrease from lunge. Anything unique now to this season while this goes on that I can think of, there's XL Candy for a vast number of the encounters that you can get during the season. Even starting from rank 1, you can get a free Zeb Striker. Galvantula, if you guys are missing it, I know Joltik is somewhat rare. Galvantula spawns from rank 2 onwards, and there's extra XL Candy for Medicham, I do believe. I could be wrong on that one, but I do remember reading it somewhere that there's XL Candy given out as a bonus for numerous Pokemon, but Medicham being the, of course, best one there because of how wonderful it is in its XL form for Great League. So, of course, not really much here going on. Just hit the Politoed with several Play Roughs, take it into the red health, and they're going to get to a Weather Ball here. We could survive it, I do think, but I'm not going to hesitate to put up a shield just to guarantee that we take out the Politoed. And that's going to go ahead. They are going to switch into their Galvantula, and we're going to go into Stunfisk, which is the decision because we certainly don't want to have HYPNO up against this. So this is fantastic. Guarantees we have that small little piece of Azumarill left over, and we're going to come in here. We're going to get our attack decreased by the lunge, which is a little bit of a shame, but it should be fine. This will take out the Galvantula. And of course, here we miss the last one to get the excellent. I know, so unsatisfying, and you've just gone ahead and disliked the video. Please don't, because I hit that there. Ah, well, we're just going to go ahead. Now, against the Medicham, this isn't going to do much, but we've got HYPNO to take out the Medicham, so we're just going to chip away at it. And here it comes, and it is going to get a shield, which is fantastic news for us, because we're, of course, going to get to another one. We're not going to survive to get the Earthquake off. A little bit of lag there. We're going to get to the Rock Slide, and you're just going to see exactly how much damage this doesn't do. And by that I mean it's a very small amount. We're going to get this through. There it is. Tiny damage, but that is fantastic that we got a shield. Didn't really know what to do there, and I let myself sort of get farmed a little too much. But we do indeed catch the Ice Punch on the Azumarill, which isn't too bad. Not too bad at all. Go for the Ice Punch there. And they undercharge it. They undercharge the Ice Punch. What a fantastic move. We had a tiny bit of health left, but it means they get the extra bit of farm energy. We throw in Stunfisk just to try and catch a move. It doesn't work for us, and they get an extra counter. Now they're able to get to their possibly Ice Punch against HYPNO, which is going to chip away at us slowly. There it is. And we are going to go for Thunder Punch here. Not too sure if they're going to shield. I don't think so, because we haven't built up to the Shadow Ball. I'm going to go for the Thunder Punch. Here it comes. Does a little bit of damage. Not too bad. And the thing we want to do here is just keep going with Confusion. The Politoed in the back is only one Confusion away. So as long as we bring down the Medicham, we should be fine. We can see from up above that it likely is not an XL Medicham. It was 1422 CP. And it would be 1431 that's 100%, not XL Candy powered up, and they are going to leave the battle there. Thank you very much for the game. Great game. Absolutely fantastic. I honestly found it so strange that halfway through the fight, not a single Pokemon had been taken out, which was nice. And then at the very end, we do take the win, which isn't too bad for the first battle on camera of the season. We are going to take a little while here to go into the next battle, and we are going to go ahead against a former rank 24. You can tell there by the pose, it's N's pose from the main series games. And of course, that was given out during the very last season I did not get to the Legend rank last season. I'm sure any of you guys who've seen my other videos, I certainly didn't get anywhere close to Legend. So let's see what we can do against this opponent here, who is clearly far stronger than I am. Hopefully not at the end of this season, though, because I'm going to get to 24 this time. We've counted out, I believe, 6 bubbles from the Azumarill. If I was counting correctly, should be player off. Yeah, it's player off. You want to make sure with the HYPNO if you do decide to use this team, because it's fairly good. It's gotten me several wins since the start of the season, and it's good. You want to make sure you don't get hit by a Hydro Pump, because that's going to take a lot of your health out. You can survive a player off, and then ideally shield the second move, whether it's Ice Beam or not, to secure yourself switch advantage, or just play it out if they decide to use 2 shields. As you can see, this one does not, and we should be just 1 confusion more when we take out the Azumarill. It's gone. And in will come an Alolan Ninetales. That's not too bad. We do get a little bit of lag here, which is a shame. And we just get to the Thunder Punch. I intended to go for the Shadow Ball, but we were lagged out of the extra confusion. So let's see if it would have worked to go for the Shadow Ball. It wouldn't have anyway. Perfect. We get a shield. Fantastic. This is a Charm Alolan Ninetales, which means we are better off to come in with Stunfisk. And they are going to switch into a Shiftry. So at this point, I'm thinking, oh no, they have a Grass type. And it's very good against Stunfisk, we have to say. It's actually good against Stunfisk. It's neutral damage, and of course it's fantastic against Azumarill, where it does super effective damage. So this is great. We can't really afford the switch yet. We're going to put up a shield. Ideally, we need to keep back 1 shield in case we do end up bringing the Azumarill in against the Shiftry to get to the player off, so we're not going to get the shield off here. Otherwise, we're going to risk being back-to-back Leaf-Bladed with Azumarill. Hopefully, we don't even have to come in with it, and we can just take it out with the Stunfisk. Here we go now with a Rock Slide, and this will bring it into red health if the opponent does not decide to shield, and they don't, so that's fantastic. We're going to switch it immediately into Azumarill, and we will be expending the shield here when they get to it. Yep, that's the last Snarl. I do presume we expend the shield here. And yes, there it is. Leaf Blade would do about half of the Azumarill's health. Personally, I prefer to run Bullet Seed on my Shiftry. I do have one. Rather than Snarl, it's the Community Day exclusive move Bullet Seed. And it's just better off against the Azumarill, doing super effective damage, rather than not very effective in the case of the Dark-type Snarl. This battle is essentially over now, because the Ninetales is on such low health. Psyshock is going to come through, and you're just going to see here the sheer raw damage of Charm. Considering now it was red health that Ninetales had, and they've brought us from green to red, and they're actually going to go ahead and take us out here if this is Psyshock. I don't believe it is. It's Weather Ball. Yep, it's Weather Ball. Perfect. And we get to the player off. Not sure if they're going to shield this, because I don't know if they have a win condition at this point. And they are going to shield it, so fair play to them not to forfeit the game. Absolutely fantastic. I like it when opponents don't forfeit unless they are going to beat me. And we are going to see the Shiftry come back in. I suppose there was a small chance they'd get to the Leaf Blade, because I do believe they had a Snarl from earlier, but absolutely fantastic. Great game. I believe that is my first Legend rank win on camera on this here channel. So if that does not deserve a like and subscribe, I don't know what does. See, I can beat the legends. Please subscribe to me. We are going to move on straight away. And this is a rank 6 opponent for this season. Again, no way to tell what they were last time. So for all we know, this guy could have been 24 and doesn't have the pose. And we get put up against a Scrafty. Now, I've left this battle in the recording. Even though we get such a bad lead, this is just going to show you how you can get inside an opponent's head. As some of you may well know, HYPNO has Focus Blast. It's in its move pool. It's not on my HYPNO. I was thinking about changing it, but then it'll be weaker to Alolan Marowak. It's in the move pool. So as you can see here, we are going to charge up to double Thunder Punch. They're going to get to a charge move. And I do make the mistake here of using a shield. There it is, Power Up Punch. Here is how you can really get inside the mind of your opponent. You can go for the Thunder Punch. Of course, this has the chance to be Focus Blast. So the obvious choice here is to shield. And just because I've used a shield here, we are going to be able to get off the next Thunder Punch, which is fantastic. Here it comes, the Thunder Punch goes through into a shield. So now we have shield advantage, and a fairly sizable, nearly 50% of the Scrafty's health is gone. We now can come in with our Azumarill and start to farm up a little. We don't need to shield even with the attack increase of the power-up punch onto the Scrafty. It's not going to do very much. Absolutely tickling the Azumarill. And an Alolan Marowak comes in, which means we are going to be able to go for this Hydro Pump and really start to turn the game. I didn't want to switch into Stunfisk, because then when I took out the Marowak, they'd be able to come in with their Scrafty and bring down my Stunfisk, and I'd be left with just one Pokemon. Now that they're switch locked, however, I see their Togekiss, and I can bring in a Stunfisk, Galarian Stunfisk, with a Rock Slide that's going to take half the health of the Togekiss away. As you will have seen, the HYPNO got a very bad lead at the start, and all of a sudden we're really trying to claw back this battle. And I now think it's going to be possible. We have a shield, and we're going to expend it here. Realistically, it's Ancient Power, but if I haven't counted right and it's Flamethrower, I'm going to be sad. It's Ancient Power, fine. It would have done barely anything to the Stunfisk. Really wasn't a necessary shield. In fact, if that's the case, it was possibly a bad shield because the Scrafty has more to farm down if they so choose. In they come now with their Scrafty. They should go for a power-up punch about here, and they do, which is fantastic for us because it means they expend a little bit of their energy even if they do get the attack increase. We're going to make our way to the Rock Slide, go for it just to chip down, and I think you guys know exactly what's going to happen here. We're going to bring in a Azumarill as quickly as we possibly can. Here's the Rock Slide. They're in red health now. Switch into a Azumarill, and we are going to leave the Scrafty with 1 health, and it's going to make me waste 5 more seconds of my time. You guys know what's going to happen here. So thank you very much for watching the video. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button. Do hit the like button. And with that being said, Tristan Farquhar out. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.